Hey VAT. So with the cold weather, I was thinking that maybe we could do a challenge where it allows us to go on a little road trip. And of course, we're not really going to leave the studio. We're going to use Google Maps to do that. So here we go on a road trip. I'm going to go ahead and click in the name of a place where I'd want to go. I just so happen to click in Sanibel Island, Florida. Very pretty beaches. So I'm thinking warm weather and palm trees. So here's the beach, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch this over from map view to satellite view. And then another thing that you're going to do is you're going to take the labels off. So to take the words off, so you click on this little gear and turn off the labels so that it's just the image. Then what I'd like you to do is zoom in as close as you can. So that's as close as I can get. And then once I get there, I'm going to zoom out one. Um, then I'm going to use what's called the snipping tool on your computer. So you hit the start menu and you can type this into the search menu or just find it. It's called the snipping tool. The snipping tool allows us to take a screen capture. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a screen capture of the beach here. Okay, so there's the picture that I took, and I'm going to go ahead and file, save as, and I'm going to save this to my H drive. For me, I'm going to save it to my desktop real quick, but you guys will have to save to your H drive. I'm going to close that down, and now I'm going to go over to Photoshop. In Photoshop, what I can do is I can go ahead and file, open the image that we just saved from Google, and it opens up like this. I'm going to ask that you guys use what's called the cropping tool to crop a perfect square, and you'll have to hold down shift to get that perfect square and then shrink it up, and when you're done getting the square that you want, you're going to hit enter. What we're looking for is an interesting pattern. So if it's buildings or trees or just the way that the mountains or the land is, um, we're looking for shapes and we're looking for patterns and textures. So this has a good amount of pattern, shapes, textures, so I think it'll work pretty well. Once I get the perfect square, I hit enter to move on with my life, and I go ahead and save this file, save as, in my H drive, and we can call it our last name, road trip. And this is going to be our original image. I'll go ahead and save that to my, you'll save to your H drive so that it sticks around for a while. Maximum size is good. I'm just going to keep that on maximum, and I'm going to hit OK. At this rate, what I also want to do to this image is I want to go to Image Adjustments, and I want to go to Black and White. We are trying to reduce this down to a very simple, what is going to be a puzzle piece basically. So we're going to go to black and white to get rid of the color. And what I'm going to try to do here with these slidey bars is I'm going to try to make this a high contrast image. So in other words, I want less gray. I want more black and white and as little gray as I possibly can. And so that looks pretty good. I'm going to hit OK. At this stage, I'm going to go ahead and save this again. This time I'm going to go to Save As, and I'm going to save it in the same folder, but now instead of original, it's just going to be changed to black and white. Okay, so last name, road trip, black and white. I'm going to hit Save. Maximum, OK. Now here's where it gets a little tricky. So I'm going to save this video, and then I'm going to start a new video that shows the next steps. So I'll see you in a little bit.